Have you ever wondered how you could watch every single race of the Pepsi Cup Series and have them all at your fingertips? Scroll down to the playlist tabs and then select the season playlist of your choosing and then select the race in which you wish to watch. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and enjoy all of the racing action here on the FireLynx Racing Network. Hello and welcome everyone to the Talladega Superspeedway. It is time for the Winston Select 500, race number 8 of this season 6 for the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series. It is going to be one wild race, as we know every time here at Talladega. Things just get crazy. I'm joined here today by Penske King.
Hey everyone, it's good to be back. Last time I was in the booth was Bristol a couple weeks ago, and ready for Dega.
First one to watch today, Chase Elliott, who has led a lap at every Superspeedway race in the past 2 seasons, is looking strong today. Denny Hamlin in the 11, looking strong on these Superspeedway races. He's our most recent Talladega winner from last season. Can he back that up? Noah Gragson in the 48 car. He ran decent at Daytona, but really wasn't ever a factor for the win. Ross Chastain has had 2 tough weeks. People are talking about, is he really the championship favorite? He needs to show something here, but starts deep in the field as we get ready to roll off. As we get ready for 10 crazy laps here at Talladega. Now it's time for me and Penske to take us through the starting lineup. On pole position, it's Elliott Fan 9. He is alongside NASCAR and Dogs.
Row 2, you have Colin Cropley and Dylan Hardy.
In row 3, we have the Sergio Show in Sports and Gaming Central.
Row 4 is Chubster 09 and Racer H Productions.
Cooper Snyder is alongside NASCAR Fan 48. And Duncan is alongside Mickey and Jeffy Show.
Then you got NASCAR Toyota Cup Series and Wind 049. And behind them, NW 147 and Timo T Tacos.
Tyler, the Creator 2, is alongside the SMCS Racing Network. And Ethan Shield makes his debut today, lining up alongside L-Dog 48 Gaming.
Ozone Productions and Nikolai. Then you have Rini Hernandez, I think I'm pronouncing that right, and Dark Shadow Xander, I think.
Dark Shadow's good. Gianna Rode the Walls alongside Mill 83, and Game Bros 27 is alongside Nathan S. behind them.
Then you have Rex Racing Network and Dorman. Behind them you have Payne and Tomato Can 142.
CS Productions is alongside Super Mario David 124, and that 15 is ESMN. I removed him from there because I thought his actual car would be in this, but it's not. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Chase the Row Racers is alongside Kraken Racing Network, and RS Conover rounds out today's field. 10 laps. Chase Elliott is on pole. He's the Superspeedway king. I mentioned how he's led a lap in each of the last Superspeedway races since the beginning of Season 4. He has yet to win in that time period on a Superspeedway. And of course, watch out for the big one, because you never know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen here at Talladega as they come through the tri-oval. Green flag is in the air here in Dega.
Chase Elliott leads them down into turn 1 with Denny Hamlin pushing. Joey Logano on the top lane getting pushed by William Byron out into turn 3.
Chase Elliott with a good push exiting turn number 4. Looks like he's going to come through the tri-oval, and the streak continues. He leads a lap on a super speedway. Can he close the deal? It feels like we're saying that way too much on these super speedways.
Can Chase Elliott win this race and finally get super speedway win? As now William Byron pulls to the top lane, as there's 300 cars up there trying to get a top lane working, try and challenge for the lead.
Yeah, those Hendrick cars want to get up with Chase in front of the field as we complete the second lap here today. Byron in that 24, pushed by Larson in the 5, Gregson in the 48. Looks like they're going to get the run and go to the front here at Talladega.
Now, as I move down the track to collect their teammate Chase Elliott, as now the field is 3 wide behind them, bunch of rows deep.
Byron in the 24 leads them across the line. He is in front, but here comes Matt DiBenedetto in the 2 car on the outside. Byron looked like he tried to go up there, couldn't get in front.
DiBenedetto getting pushed by his teammate Joey Logano. As now Chris Buescher comes to the top with help from Chastain. 3 wide through the entire pack. Amazing racing here from Dega as they go through the trial vault.
This is exactly what we expected to see. 3 wide throughout the pack, maybe 4 wide at times, and that's when things start to get a little bit risky. I mean, we got half a lap to go until the stage break. There goes Chastain pulling out a line, creating a 4th line. He has help from John Hunter Nemechek. Looks like he collided a bit with Matt DiBenedetto, and they're dead even coming out of turn 4. Here they come to the stripe. Who's going to win the halfway bonus? It's going to be Nemechek in the 42. I think, if not him, DiBenedetto.
What a finish to the halfway. As now Chastain goes up. He's on the top lane. Here comes Byron with all the Hendrick cars on the bottom.
That Hendrick train working that bottom line is, Matt DiBenedetto a bit sideways there.
Yeah, he almost got loose. That could have caused the big one. So now Chastain help with his teammate in the 91. They're trying to challenge for a lead again, but Byron in that 24 looks very strong here at Dega.
Yeah, Chastain gets a big push from teammate Shane Van Gisbergen. How about Shane running up front on a super speedway? You know, maybe this is a secondary specialty for that 91, obviously with the road courses being on top.
Yeah, Shane Van Gisbergen, we've saw it real life in Daytona Xfinity, is now Byron almost wrecks with Chastain, so they have to go a little bit below the line, but everything's single filed out now at the front of the pack.
Yeah, you could argue Chastain forced him below as here comes the 48. Noah Gragson is going to lead that lap as we head on to lap 9 of this race. Just 2 laps to go here from Talladega.
No caution so far. Is the big one coming here in the last lap? As now smoke pouring out of the 5 car. He pulls down on the pit road. He is going to be out of this race.
Kyle Larson with an engine expiring. You saw the water overflowing, and then the engine went. 1 lap to go here from Talladega, and Gragson gets the push out in front. He gets a push down in front of Byron, his teammate. Chastain gets a push from Van Gisbergen on the outside. Here they come into the trioval, side by side for the lead. Who's gonna win it? They wreck behind him now, and it's dead even across the line. I think it's Ross Chastain, but we're gonna have to wait for an official word as the big one strikes behind the leaders.
What a finish here at Talladega. Very clean race from everyone as it ended with Noah Gragson and Ross Chastain dead even at the line. Who won this race now? As there's a bunch of cars down piled up in turn 1.
The scoring pylon cannot pick up how close the gap was between the top 2. 0.00. As there you see Josh Berry, who went for a hard, wild ride here at Talladega. That car up in the air. There's Chris Buescher, Ethan Shield, Denny Hamlin, so many people involved in this late accident as they cross the stripe to end the race. John Hunter Nemechek. And now the official word is in. Noah Gragson is going to get the win at Talladega, as you can see as they cross the line. And when I say how, you're not going to believe it. Noah Gragson will get the win by leading more laps than Ross Chastain as they were tied coming across the line. Every scoring monitor we have here at the track could not pick up how close that finish was. So the officials have determined that they had tied at the line and Gragson would get it, because the first thing that Pepsi Cup officials go to when looking at such a close finish, or a tie as I should say, is who led the most laps. Unbelievable stuff.
There's never been a tie in NASCAR history, at least in the modern era, and I don't think there's been a tie in stop motion history either. So this is a first for a lot of things now.
Yeah, closest finish in Pepsi Cup history, and that one you can't top, no matter how hard you try. You can tie the tie, but you're never going to top it, because that's as close as it possibly gets. Many people asked how Chastain would respond after 2 tough weeks ending in crashes. Well, the championship leader comes right back and finishes P2 here at Talladega after leading for a portion of this race and running up front all day after starting deep in the field. So there you see throughout the rest of the field some notable finishers. Ryan Preece in 15th. Joey Logano ended up falling to 14th after starting up on the front row. Kyle Busch down in 22nd. He needs to get some momentum going after some tough weeks. And there you see the bottom of the leaderboard. Just so much going on. I guess ESMN, he's now NASCAR Tournament League, so I probably should have said that in the lineup earlier. He finished 34th today. Kyle Larson out of this race with an engine failure. He was on track for a top 5, ends up 39th in dead last.
Surprisingly, only one car failed to cross the finish line, I'm pretty sure. Because I think all the cars that wrecked in that big one right at the end ended up making it past the line. So
yeah,
for Talladega, that was a really clean race here.
There you see the points. Chastain now with over 40 points, 44 points back to Denny Hamlin. That's about half a race worth of points, not including the halfway bonus. So a big gap for him. And while we were on the topic of records earlier, I should also mention this is a Pepsi Cup Series record for most cars to finish a superspeedway race at 38, and least amount of cars to DNF at just 1, beating Atlanta from last season, in which we had 2 DNFs. So just crazy all around. Now, any last words, Penske?
That was just amazing. Congrats to the 48 of Noah Gragson on winning this race. Just amazing tie between them. Surprisingly clean race. And yeah, thank you, Ethan, for having me back here.
Yep, anytime. Thank you, everyone, for watching today's race from Talladega. Congrats to Noah Gragson on his first Pepsi Cup Series win. And yeah, I hope to see you all back here next time out at North Wilkesboro for our throwback race. Goodbye.